I just want to say before we get started, my heart goes out to Joanne Epps and her family, president of Temple. She was a true owl, and her work that she did for nearly 40 years at Temple will never be forgotten.
With at least Lena.
Salud, paisans. What an excellent weekend of football we had. Now, the casuals, the lame boys, the whatever you want to call them, they were like, who cares about week 3? Week 4, that's when all the big matchups are happening. No. There's no such thing as a small weekend. In college football, no such thing. You get 13 of them a year. 13. No such thing as a small weekend. My boy Rossi, he's like, yo, Don, you want me to come over and watch football with you? I gotta watch a freaking dog. Watch a dog. You want to watch a bunch of dogs on the field, like, I don't know, the Washington Huskies. They's a bunch of dogs, you know. I'm not gonna get into what the little scumbag of MSU is up to, but people thought, this is gonna be a turnaround game for the Spartans. No. Michael Penix Jr., a real left-handed guy, he was gonna go into East Lansing and make them his bitch. That's what my prediction was. And you know what happened? Exactly that. Possibly the best play we've seen so far this year. It was all over the place. That was a bunch of dogs. Rossi don't know shit. And then what else we got? Alabama, USF. I'd be lying if I didn't advise some boys on betting on this game. I'm not a betting man myself. I run a book. How Don's supposed to make his money, but. I was like, this is going to be a big turnaround game for those the old Crimson Tide after losing to the jerk-offs at Texas. The Longhorns, I thought it was going to be a big turnaround game, but you got the lightning delay. It looked like they were shooting that game on your Ring phone camera. I don't know what the hell was happening in Tampa, but it was a messy game. And it's funny. My boy E, he was a big Tyler Buckner guy, and he was like, yo, Don. Tyler Buckner, once he gets under center at Bama, it's gonna be game over. And I was like, who's thinking this? Who thinks Tyler Buckner's gonna do anything at quarterback, whether it's Notre Dame or Bama? It doesn't matter. He wasn't gonna do squat. And you know what he didn't do? He didn't do squat. The Don lost some boys some money because I was like, you gotta take that big cover, right? Because after losing that, they're going to go into opponent territory. Well, Don was wrong. And then, I think the game of the day this past weekend was Missouri. Kansas State, Missouri. The balls. It was bang, 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 and the balls on that coach with 1 second left. They go, 61 yards. And he makes it. He drills it with feet left. That's what I like to see. That's some grit right there. Salute to the Tigers of Missouri. Now I got a boy who's down in Florida, right? Getting some stupid bullshit doctorate degree in veterinary medicine. What, do you care about dogs now? I kid. And I got another boy, old Hank the Tank. He's a real paisan, He's a big Vols guy. So it was a clash. This weekend. And I couldn't pick sides. I wasn't going to tell the boys. I was go fuck yourself if you think I'm going to pick a side on you. I knew Florida was going to win. You had to look at the history of it. And it was run and gun, down your throat. That's exactly what they had to do. It was a different Florida team than we've seen all year. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but a team that I've always had an affinity for was the Razorbacks of Arkansas. And, who's rooting for Mormons? I'm kidding. But, Arkansas, I thought Arkansas was going to have it, first time they're bringing in the Mormons and the BYU, and they lost. And that last minute and a half with the turnover and everything, that was some stupid ass football if I've ever seen it. But, a win's a win for those old Cougs in Provo. But now we look on to week 4. Rossi, that boy, he was half right about what he was saying in regards to week 3, right before week 3, as I said, he was like, I don't know. Why would I watch? I'm gonna go watch a dog. I mean, think about week 4. Now, I've been paying attention to week 4 since they released the schedule way back in the spring, and I was like, man, if I can get some freaking tickets to a game on that week, I'm here. I got a boy who's a Notre Dame alum, put his name in the lottery, couldn't get me tickets. Oh well, I don't care that much. We'll get to the Notre Dame game. Let's preview some other games first. What about Florida State Clemson? This game was on the radar at the beginning of the season because they were 1 and 2 favorites to win the ACC. Clemson's already got the back against the wall, and they're home. What do you think of that, huh? You think they're going to come through? I think they could come through. But they got the playmakers, the Seminoles. They got the playmakers. They got the transfer from Michigan State. They got that quarterback. Line says 3.5. The Don says 30.5. I don't know about that, but we'll see. You want to put your money on 30.5? You let me know. Then take me out to dinner afterwards. At a CBS 3:30 game, a classic SEC showdown. Ole Miss, Bama. Ole Miss has got the quarterback edge, but Bama, they got their backs against the wall. They already got the loss. They look like a bunch of clowns against the Bulls of South Florida. People are putting money on Ole Miss. Now, I hate Alabama. I can't stand Alabama. Respect Nick Saban, but Alabama, ugh. I gotta fucking drink to think about that. Salute to the Rebs. They're gonna need it. They're gonna get pummeled, in my opinion. I think they're gonna get absolutely pummeled. They got the quarterback edge, but they do not have the coaching edge. Not yet. Saban trained Kiffin. Kiffin got it? I don't know. Now here's something I want to talk about. Colorado, Oregon. Colorado's an interesting tale with the whole Deion Sanders stuff. That guy, that's a real 50 caliber guy, Deion Sanders. He puts it all out there. I don't think they're there just yet. I think Oregon is like, no. We run the Pac-12 until we're out the door. We were out the door before it was cool, is what Oregon's thinking. I think Oregon is going to trounce them. I could be wrong. But who's the playmaker on the Buffaloes? Cyril Sanders, he's a good QB. The star of that team is Travis Hunter. And he's out from that sideline play. So, I don't know about that. I don't think the Buffs got it. And then you got the whiteout. You got the old whiteout at Penn State. You guys saw me. You guys saw me right on the field level in Happy Valley. I'm predicting too many blowouts, aren't I? I'm predicting Clemson to blow them out. Won't get blown out, actually. I'm picking Bama to blow out Ole Miss. Oregon. I'm picking so many blowouts. Some of them, I've got to be wrong. You can bet against me. I don't care. But if I was sure about one blowout, it's Penn State. Iowa doesn't have it. Everyone knows Iowa doesn't have it. It's a bunch of softies. Well, it's not a bunch of softies. It's a stupid-ass offensive coordinator. I mean, Kirk Ferentz, that guy's the OG. He's been there longer than any of us have been alive. He's been coaching there since the Eisenhower administration. But it's the whiteout. I got boys that are going to be up at that whiteout. I'm jealous. I got tickets to a game this weekend. Now, that would be Miami Temple, baby. Yes. That's going to be a blowout. By the Owls. Who cares about the damn Hurricanes? There's going to be a hurricane blowing into Philly. And you know what? Good. Those Hurricanes, they're not going to know what hit them. EJ Warner is the best quarterback in the country. Might be a little short, but you get him right in the center. Boom. He's sold for 500. Prove me wrong. But the game of the week, what I would consider top 3 game of the year, you're probably asking me what my games of the year were for the season. My 3 games of the year would have been Ohio State, Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan, and Washington, USC. Those would have been my 3 games of the year. This is the first one on the list. This will not be a blowout. This is going to be single possession the entire game. Remember last year, Notre Dame goes into Ohio fucking Stadium and has the balls. Marcus Freeman's first fucking game at his fucking alma mater. And he decides, calling you on your bullshit, Ryan Day. And I do think Ryan Day is full of bullshit. he came in with all what's that fucking douchebag's name? Myers recruits. Now it's his turn. This is going to be the test. Everyone always says that Michigan game's the test. Michigan recruits just at the high level as Ohio State. Notre Dame doesn't because they got those academic standards. I don't know much about academic standards. You know, you know me. You know, I might be street smart, but those Catholic nerds in Indiana, I don't think I hold a candle to them. But I think they win. I think the Irish take it. They got home field advantage. I think this is the biggest home game in Notre Dame history. Not history. In Notre Dame in probably the past 5 years. I mean, you could say Clemson, Notre Dame 2020. That was a big game. This is Notre Dame's year. They were my prediction to go all the way to the national championship. And this is the first stop on the Choo Choo Express. I'd love to know your opinions. What do you think is going to happen this week? This is going to be the best weekend. Actually, I don't know. We got a couple other weekends, you know. November 11th, that's going to decide the Big Ten, because that's the Penn State-Michigan game. And it's going to decide the Pac-12 with all the big powerhouses going at each other. And then the biggest Saturday would be Saturday, October 21st, the third Saturday in October. I think Bama wins this weekend. I think Bama and Tennessee are going to be both single-loss teams going into that game. We'll get there. I'm a little eager, you know. I've had a few too many, if you know what I mean. Salud. But college football is back. Salud. We'll see you next time.